across, so check you've got it level.
Okay, so I'm on top of the Greenpeace building and we're putting in, what are these called again?
Bolts?
Bolts which we can hang from to abseil off the building, and we're going to test them for their strength, and I think they hold like at least half a ton of weight, I think, so...
I think the back of the drill might be a tiny bit high.
Okay, and I'm just...
Full body into it.
Yeah, and
Like
lean
that?
in. Yeah.
And it's on the hammer setting?
Yeah, just go slowly to start off with.
Yeah, you can just
Oh, do you
gently
take it
pull
off
on.
until it's going like that? Or no, you need to...
No, place it.
Do you want to be in the middle of the brick rather than at the edge of it?
Well,
No,
we talked
we've-
to Damien because it's
Oh.
directly down from that one.
Oh, right, okay.
And he was saying if you do the middle, you've got like a narrow bit here from the frog inside.
Right.
And this way you're less likely to hit that.
Okay.
So you start slow. Oh god, yeah, it's really lean. And does that look like the same gap? Does,
Yes.
doesn't it? So level. I think that's it. You guys look. So we're on the Greenpeace roof and we're putting bolts into the wall which we're going to abseil off.
You can give it a bit of welly.
There's a little rubber bit, should that
That's
stay on the
fine.
outside?
Yeah, no, it's doing the right thing.
So
Exactly.
a slight angle, is that okay?
Which
The bolt, slight angle up.
I think it's okay.
And that rubber thing's got caught now, should it be up with
It's
this?
fine, just keep bashing it and it'll sort itself out.
Like the rubber bit's
Mine
not
did
come...
exactly the same thing.
And they were okay about it?
Yeah.
Do you do it all? There's, you could go in a lot more. And then adjust that slightly.
Yeah.
Sorry. Right. Okay. I want to get that checked before I hand it over. Is that right? Damien, can we check this one?
So you two are going to test these independently as well, aren't you? Which one was it, this one? Yes. There's a body mass advantage.
And the angle as well.
Beautiful.
That angle?
Yeah, we like that.
Okay.
Should we...
She wants the spanner.
Thank you.
Don't over... that'll probably take about 3 tonnes that way to move that. Or dislodge it or break it.
I don't weigh 3 tons.
I don't think you could possibly generate 3 tonnes no matter how far we threw you. Good morning, my name's Damien Walsh and we are in the Greenpeace UK headquarters warehouse, and today we are having a training session for some keen budding activists, mainly climbing and installation of actions equipment.
What are they about to do?
They're about to drill some bolts up the side of a 25-metre wall, and they're going to be climbing on their own equipment that they've installed, which is a bit of a departure now. It's going up a level from using just our normal climbing techniques where we hang off other people's equipment. We're actually installing our own climbing safety as we go, so we can go anywhere we want.
And you were talking about
The bits of equipment we were using are resin anchor kit and expansion bolts and standard twin line Irata spec climbing harnesses and associated equipment.
What was the tester?
The tester is a Hydrojaws, a 3-ton hydraulic pulling ram, which we're going to test our installation up to about 600 kilonewtons and see if it fails. And if it fails, we can't use it because we'll fall off and die.
How are you feeling about today?
Good. The guys are really competent. They've been showing a lot of interest, enthusiasm, and commitment, and they've been at it for a couple of years now, on and off. And their standards are getting up. So we've got quite a strong UK Greenpeace climbing team. So these guys are more than competent to deal with this new equipment and new scenarios. We're quite happy to release them out into the wild, into some dangerous situation with thousands of pounds worth of Greenpeace members' equipment. And what happens is you squeeze the handle, it pops a little bit of tin foil over there, and then it mixes. It mixes through a tube with a little spiral detail inside that mixes the stuff together. So you've got squeeze, pop, out comes the gunk, and starts to mix. Now discount the first sort of nozzle full because that's not really mixed. They don't mix at the right rate. So you squeeze a load off, wipe, give it that because you get covered in shit. That's the fun bit. What you're aiming to do is the depth, maybe a little bit more with glue, and then squidge this in with a little twisting motion to get out any air pockets, and then the gunk will squeeze out the whole movement, and then cracks and heat expansion and contraction. These things can lose their grip. So they're all right on the day. If you're doing something. If you're just flashing up a route on a chimney that you need to put these in, because you've got the added advantage of speed of these, because you can step up in your equipment and you can drill a hole, you pop this in and spin it, get a good fixing, and then do the next one. You don't have to sit there waiting for 15, 20 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it takes for the thing to go off. So speed is of the essence, and these are really reliable. We did the chimney at Castle with these all the way to the end. But this wedge has got to sit about midway, so you're screwing in about 25-30 millimeters of thread. So this is obviously this bolt is too long. This isn't the right bolt, but that's how that works. Have you got the ones? Chuck mechanism. It's not like the Jacob's clutch chuck with a key. You've got to bring this back, wiggle it in.
So we can tell them a normal and drill bit is just to be round like that, and they're still got those grooves.
Right, they're a bit of a faff to get in, but make sure you've got a lanyard. And in the years I've been doing this sort of thing, I've seen it's they're a lot more robust than they look. But if you've dropped them, that's your calibration gone. It's got to go back to some little boffin somewhere in Chelmsford who's charging an arm and leg to recalibrate it. Your bolt sits in the wall. We wind the fella down. We put the little stirrup bar through the hole, or if you can't get to it, you can use a Mayon or a carabiner or anything just to get the distance right. But what we're using today, you should be able to get. You see how as I spin that, she goes in and out. Yeah. Make sure you're when you start to hear a crunch as it beds into the brick. And if you look down this end, there's a little hydraulic gauge which will start sneaking up. So the more tension you put on, the more this will sneak up. Zero up to 600, and you've cleaned out your hole and drilled your whole thing to the right depth, and it's so beautiful, and you've waited the right amount of time, and you've spec'd the right equipment, then it should sit there.
On 600?
On
And
600.
what does it
Don't keep going. Is it going to go, or do we not have the depth to do it? We need a Mayon. Go all the way that way. Oh, you make them running as well. Multitasking. The wall.
So you want a nice straight pull, yeah, not at an angle.
You might have to jig it around to get the best.
Position.
Yeah, okay. This.
If you come and watch the gauge, you'll see the gauge go up. Hopefully.
That's going to be 600 there.
So you're just pulling that
Yeah,
out?
yeah. As I crank that up. Okay, that's 500. That's pulling half a ton backwards.
That wasn't
Far
a lot
out.
of force used, was it?
Sorry?
That wasn't very hard to twist.
No, he's just
No.
really
That's,
smart.
this is, you know, there's a really.
You can do that with your little finger.
Yeah, you can. Well, there's really high compression ratio. It's a hydraulic thing, like in JCB.
That's many.
So we crank it up, hear it crunching. Okay. It's about level. It's fine. And
We just climb it.
half a ton, 'cause that's the maximum that you and your rescue buddy are going to take a fall from 2.5 metres. That's the maximum force
also-
you're going to generate.
In that situation, if you're doing rescue, you'd be on 2 points as well.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
you know, you're looking at a ton basically.
If this, and then leave it for 100 years and it's still good. So we've got, yeah.
But you can't tell just by looking.
It's different. You used to do steeplejacking. You say you drill a hole and put a bit of broom handle in.
Yeah, a
Like
little
wall
wooden.
plug,
Yeah, yeah.
And then drill into
Yeah. Get a bit closer in. You're like that. If it twists now. Yeah.
Made a hole in the boat. Yeah, check for the other side coming out. You go to the electrics and things.
Get all the way through and out the other side of the building.
It wasn't me.
That's probably about right. So the effect you get is that.
Yeah.
Okay, and there'll be a bit of resin squishes out. You go, just leave it, just forget about it. Just, you know, when it sets, when it dries, you tap it off with a hammer. Don't go, clean it up. Just leave it.
Hey,
So you're going to get it all over yourself. You're going to get it on your trousers, your knees, and your shoes, and your hands, and everywhere. Just be cautious with this stuff. Can somebody drill a hole in there? Don't go too deep. Maybe we should have a tape. Yeah, it's
Up with us.
Right, we've got some rigging ready to go on this. We're going to have a little split wide bunny or something, some slings, so we can put things up and throw the lines over.
Am I banging it in so it's tight again?
That there.
Yeah.
That's automatic brick failing. So let's see if we can work it. We're probably going to need a
Well, both of these ropes are
Okay. Drill a hole here, we can get rid of that puddle.
There's a big hole there for that one.